Hey guys, can you hear me? Oh my god, man, what did we just do now, huh? Banned from Zwift, no idea whatsoever who's ahead of me or whatever. Then I realized Andrea was ahead of the group until I realized that was too late already. Man, what a race! Where are you, Fernandez? Where are you? So happy with that, man. So happy with that. I really can't give a fuck, honestly, if I'm banned or not. We just did one of our best races, man. Just 158 heart rate. Felt so good. Can't wait for what the future holds, man. Yep. Great, great race, Andrea. Well done, man. Let's make it clear to everyone. Second overall. Yes. Good job. Hey, Fred. Not really. I'm gonna check some statistics and Data on Strava, obviously, because I have nothing on Zwift since I am currently now banned for a whole month. So if you want to have a look with me, feel free to do so. Let me open Strava quickly. I have no idea what I did on the Volcano KOM. We didn't go too hard, but wasn't that bad either, I think. So Titans Grove, we did a PR, good. Volcano, where is it? Yeah, 742. In fact, we definitely could have gone faster today, but I stayed with the group. That was the most important thing. Oh, we did a PR. Huh, funnily enough, could have definitely gone 720 if I had to go full gas, even maybe 715. But I stayed with the pack. Obviously, being banned and alone and whatever, it's useless. So I said, okay, now let's try and let's try and stick with the group. We had a number of bees with us also, and we managed. So a new PR without even almost trying. No, no, mate, no. I got banned because I had a spat with basically the winner of today. um, it was around 2 days ago on the Queen stage. I dropped him on the first climb, 10 seconds. Then I said to the group that I was with, guys, let's kind of chill out a bit, let's wait for the group behind, which Andrea was at. Um, uh, he's a very good rider, by the way, so hats off to him for today. He did an impressive feat. He sped off on the Titans KOM. I didn't realize because I had no map, no visibility of any rider whatsoever. So I had no idea. Then I realized on the KOM on the side I came second, and I said, "Oh, there's someone ahead of me," and it was him. Um, uh, so basically, what happened was on the Queen stage on the Box Hill first one, we basically regrouped after I told my group like kind of listen, let's blob up and continue riding together. I felt strong. I felt confident. I said, listen, if I maybe go on the third climb, I will drop him for sure, and uh, and then I'll have the last two climbs for me. But what happened was I had a dropout for around 2 seconds, and my power went totally zero. And we were on the London Tunnel heading towards. Then we go towards the Box Hill area, and basically, obviously, I was 0-0 on my display, and all of a sudden he attacks at 6 watts per kilo with the orange numbers, and I was like, is this guy serious or what? And so I had to push like around an 8.5, almost 9 watt per kilo sprint, which for me is a lot because I cannot hold on the handlebars because of my left arm. So it took a lot out of me. So when we arrived at the Box Hill, I was already almost cooked, if you want to call it like that. And in the meantime, when we got to the downhill area before the tunnel, heading towards Box Hill, there where are the train wrecks, I wrote him, mate, I've never seen such an asshole like you. So, and he didn't reply. So basically, we defended ourselves on Box Hill. I tried attacking him. None of the bees came with me, unfortunately. I even dropped the bees on the hill. There was nobody ahead of me, unfortunately, so I could not make a decisive move. Especially me and him were racing um, for the GC. He's currently third, and I'm currently fourth. There was only 40 seconds between us, so I said, listen, one or two couple of box hills will definitely make the whole difference if I'm dropping him. And basically, he managed to stick with me till the last hill. We went down, we went on the escalator. I really pushed a huge effort there, and I managed to get him with around 2 seconds. And there was a couple of his to gas guys. They came with me and they stuck to my wheel. So basically, obviously, they're not gonna offer me any pulls. So I kept pushing, pushing, pushing. Then I made a huge effort on the final sprintway where there is that orange area. I forgot what it's called, where the London Classic finishes basically. And and he sprints also, and he beats me by 0.75 seconds. And to be fair, it doesn't make any difference, if I come first or second with 0 seconds E gap, because obviously we are racing E gap in terms of the ECRO World Tour. I got so pissed at that moment, man, and I wrote him, I hope you die, mate. Obviously, once I sent the message, I've sent it. I realized I fucked up and I apologized and whatever. Obviously, there were reports by a few people, I guess, because John Moran told me about it. And he told me, listen, mate, I hope you're not going to get banned by Zwift because. So, so this was Thursday. Yesterday, everything is normal. I raced this girl. We came first, second. So it's okay again. And when I went to shower and took out my dog, I received an email from Zwift that I'm banned for 1 whole month. So then I text John. I told him, listen, can I stream my race? I'll send you all the data. I'll send you my Strava. It was the heat of the moment, of course. I am sorry for what I said to him. But, I like fair play, mate. I am always all the time, guys, let's blow up together, let's race together, let's push together, let's give turns to each other. And I had no reason whatsoever for me to wait on him for Box Hill. I was a group with 8, he had a group of 6. I said, this man, we still have 50 kilometers to go because the Queen stage was around 70k. So I said, if I have to drop him, I will drop him later on, no problem. Why should I almost push myself to max out with 3 more huge bumps like Box Hill, still to go. Um, so when my power went 0-0 and he pushed, I really, really felt it. I said, listen, man, this guy is bloody dirty. Instead of telling me, hey, thanks, buddy, let me wait for you now. I wrote on the ZCA, with company app, I said, sorry guys, I have a dropout. And when I put this 5.56 watt per kilo from his side, and I had no draft, obviously, so I had to really, really dig deep for me, because sprinting is obviously not my forte. Anyways, so so yeah, in the heat of the moment, I obviously said things that obviously I regret. I texted him on Discord privately, and I apologized to him, to his team. Um, I apologized to my team, obviously, because I am representing a team that puts shade on it, after all. Um, John today told me, listen, guy, if your race is not going to be on Swift Power, obviously your GC is null, irrespective of what you do. It's your problem. So for me, obviously, it was a bit demotivating, if you want to call it that way. I finished work at 7 today, 7:30. I'm on the bike because I am in Central European time. And I started debating even on the Discord. I said, guys, what do you think? Should I do it? Because if I do it, uh, it's like I'm doing it for nothing. I'm not going to be in the GC. I'm not going to be on Swift Power and nothing at all. But then I said, listen, man, if I want to bow out of the store, I want to bow out in the most honorable way. And I want to be beaten on Zwift, if anything, not because I forfeit. And today he had a brilliant race. He left on immediately Titans KOM. I didn't realize because I had absolutely no data. I had no column because the nearby rider was empty for me. The map was the same, so I couldn't check who was ahead of me, who was behind me. Maybe we are always with source. Actually, I can put my own category only, so I can see all the category riders that are racing at that particular point, the gaps between us, and all the stuff. So not having such information, I said, okay, I'm with the lead group, and then all of a sudden I see his name popping on the left-hand side of the screen that he took the KOM segment of Titans. That, oh, damn, he's 12 seconds ahead of me. So he was with a good group of Bs and drop days actually, and that was it. He managed to stick with the group, and good game to him. He took the one. Sorry, he took the win fair and square. Fantastic effort, and it is what it is. We managed to do a few PRs today also, so I'm very happy with that. Nevertheless, of how demotivating today it was, knowing that it was purely for nothing, because obviously I'm gonna lose my 4th position overall in the GC. But All is good. I sent a message to Eric Min because I'm connected to him on the race that I'm talking about on the Queen stage. Yes, it is of 2 days ago. It's if you want to go back on live, you will see it 2 days ago. It has around 200 views already. Um, um, and you will see everything basically. You will see. Don't see the aftermath of the race, because I was very, very vulgar with him and with the on camera, and I was really pissed off. So, but as we said already, it was the heat of the moment that literally captured my brain. It was a literal brain fog at that time. I wasn't seeing anything. What happened to you, Nihil? No, listen, I fully deserve the ban. I admit absolutely, that I should be punished for what I did. It's okay. What I asked Zwift HQ was one simple thing. I told them, guys, I sent them an email. I sent also Eric Min an email. I sent John Morin also. I sent Zwift HQ. I told them, listen, guys, I accept the ban. I'm not going to contest it. Definitely not, because I did what I did. I said what I said. All I want from you guys is that you start my ban on Monday, 2nd June. Because on Monday, 2nd June, the tour will end today and tomorrow. I'm okay. I'll keep my position in the GC, third or fourth, and and then I can serve my band for the whole month, no problem. You know, um, I'm not gonna contest something which I did, which I'm fully responsible of, and that I need to pay. It's okay. I pay the consequence, but I don't want to pay the consequence after 3 weeks of very hard effort tour racing day in day out. I was sick all last week. I still managed to race. I came from sixth, went up to fourth position. I took off from my work. I did so many sacrifices, only to be kind of in inverted commas betrayed by one day, because tomorrow it's a neutralized race. Nobody should be attacking the GC winners of every category. Um, it really, really hurt me, because there were days where I couldn't sleep at all with the anxiety. I was having so many talks with my friends on Discord, guys. Are you feeling this way also? And it's something that, more than physical burnout and physical breakdown. It was a very mental collapse, literally, because I was doubting myself. When I got sick, I couldn't push the normal power numbers, that I normally do. In the ITT, I think I literally lost around a minute and a half. So that literally blew up my chances of even trying to win the GC. In this last week, I was in amazing shape in New York. In New York, I literally smashed the whole field. We just gave the win to Valerie Payne. We agreed between us, me, Wayne, the winner of C category tour, and Valerie, that listen, we're not gonna attack. We are just us three up ahead with some bees. We will give you the win, and that's it. But I opened the gap of around 12 seconds, and Wayne told me, Darren, you forgot about our agreement. I told him, no, no, no. And with 600 to go, I let her pass, and basically, no. As I said, the following day, the Queen stage, obviously after New York, people I think were still feeling a bit the effect of the New York KOM. I was doing amazing. I did 7:15 on Box Hill, PR by a lot. And for a C category rider to do 7:15 on Box Hill is no joke. And in fact, my worst climb was 7:38. So I did 7:16, 7:25, 7 something else. So it was literally an amazing race for me, where I could definitely, with a direct competition of Andre Souza with me, who's just one step ahead, I could have taken his place, and then if I wanted, I would have challenged for the win, but I'm not going to challenge my own teammate. And today, funnily enough, Fernandez, we dropped him 3 times. We dropped him. We dropped him on Titans KOM, I think. No, on Titans he was ahead. Then I dropped him on the hilly forward, and on Volcano he literally exploded. I don't know how much he did in terms of time, because I can't check right now. Let me check. Let's check on Zwift Power. I don't know whether you can. No, you cannot see anything yet. Let me put, guys. Give me a moment so I can show you. There you go. So now you're seeing my my Strava. So let's go on Zwift Power. But I cannot check obviously my GC because I'm not part of the race since I am banned. See, stage 16 only is showing. So if we refresh profile, nothing happens. So we have to go serious, chasing races, results 7:30. So I came second, just ahead of Brian Moore and Mark Oden. See, so I came second. So Fernandez lost almost a minute from me. And I came. Ah, okay. I thought Andrea gave us more. He gave us a minute. A bit less, because I did around 59:35. Good. Um, what a shame, huh? What a shame. Damn. It burns, mate, huh? It burns. Honestly. Ah. Anyway. So, yeah, we gave almost a minute to Steve Fernandez, who's currently second. I don't know how a guy like this, guys, is in C category. Let's have a look at something. Yeah, which I had actually contested. I didn't protest, obviously, because I am man enough not to protest or create any tickets against anyone, unlike people who have done that on me, because I saw tickets, because you can see the tickets, funnily enough, of people created for what I said. This guy is 1726, guys. 1726. And he is in C category. So that's allowed. No problem. Look at his. Anyway. And me here, seventh. But you know, yeah, second, mate. Not seventh, second. Just for everyone's information. So yeah, I'm very proud of myself for what I did today. Once again, GG, Andre, for a great win. They well deserved. But other than that, I have nothing else to say to Zwift or to John Morin, because if he doesn't want to reinstate my result as second overall, with everything available and at hand, you know. Yes, Fred, it is according to basically to the UCI World Championship, not championship, UCI calendar. So, if, for example, right now there is the Giro d'Italia, we have Chasing Pink. Basically, in 2 weeks' time, there is Tour de Suisse. There is Chasing Swiss, but it's all according to what the UCI calendar is. Other than that, I mean, I mean, pro level, we don't have professionals, I guess, with us. You know, most of them are, most of them, everyone is amateur. We had a few, I think, which are pros or used to be pros who take part, but they are obviously at another level, A plus riders. You know, we have nothing to do with them, even though we are starting with them. But yeah, so now I have 30 days, guys. Totally banned, unfortunately. It's a shame finishing off this tour in this manner because I obviously got second place. But it is what it is. 59:39. Let's see my recording here. Let's have a look. I don't know whether you can see it here. This is the volcano section. Yeah. Let's have a look. I don't know whether you can see it here. We are reviewing the race here right now. Yeah, I'm gonna do some running, Georg. So as you can see, I don't know whether you can see right now the replay. I just went here. You're seeing my orange numbers lately, Georg, huh? Finally? Yeah, we're watching the replay. Good. So my plan was to stick with this guy, take his draft. I was looking at the counter here. As you can see, this guy is a B, B, me, and the rest are behind me. And here I'm marking second, second, second. And more just passed me just, after I crossed the line. That's okay, My reaction, man, when you are so passionate about such things and it's a disappointment to be out nowadays. I mean, honestly, after such a tour, I don't want to even hear about racing, so that's great. Um, uh, so technically, the ban came at the right time because now I can focus on training. I made an annual subscription with Trainer Road. Um, it, I did around 2 to 3 weeks of training, structured training with Trainer Road. I really enjoyed it so far. I do feel that actually it has made me a slightly better rider, stronger rider, and more disciplined rather than anything else, rather than being crazy before, like, push attack all the time, and I'm a bit more conservative. And then now I try to attack where I should be attacking. And I look forward to have a very good 4 week training plan. Chasing yellow is something that might interest me. Obviously, my ban ends end of June. Chasing yellow starts first week of July. Redemption? Question mark, maybe. The problem is that I'll be moving house by the end of the month. I have no idea yet where I'm going, so it's a bit of a hassle right now. Secondly, I live in Malta, and I don't know whether you know, guys, the weather here in Malta is terrible. We will have around 40, 42 degrees. Um, during July and August, especially June, July, August. I'm still celebrating here, Hmm. and yeah, it might be very hot for me. But we we can we can try. We can try. We will be available. The ban will be over, so we will see. I don't know whether I'll be a B or a C in terms of category, because right now my score is 143 something, 1436. So it's below the 1451 threshold to go from amethyst to sapphire. But if it's B, I don't care. It's a new challenge. Bring on the challenge. Obviously, I'm looking forward to becoming more competitive, to have more stronger riders to ride with and race against. So for me, it's all good. Obviously, this ban sucks because now I cannot do nothing in terms of escape racing. My other option would be to install a new platform, maybe for the time being, not sure. Um, Lots of pace partner, most probably, lots of trainer road efforts and sessions, and then we will see. But anyways, I'll keep streaming sometimes, guys. So obviously, I'm not gonna definitely stop just because for the sake of being banned from Zwift. I won't stop streaming. We will have some maybe chat and ride rides so that we can basically, like right now, we will have kind of a bit of a talk whilst I'm riding or doing some sort of session. And maybe we will install maybe some other type of racing platform. I'm not gonna mention names because I don't want to mention any names because I'm very loyal, funny enough, to this platform, which gave me a lot. So I'm not gonna put any other platform individual. But yeah, other than that, guys, I have nothing else to say. Tomorrow's the last day of the tour. Obviously, I'll be there. Obviously, I'll be still banned. And it is what it is. But looking forward for the future because I'm enjoying this beautiful progress. Finally, I am seeing new numbers in on Zwift that are really, really giving me encouragement. despite anything and everything I have physically. So being able from a D rider now becoming a mid B and challenging for top honors with the C category in ECRO, which is a must start category, which is obviously a sufferfest for us compared to the high A's and A pluses. Um, Still being able to hold on is a huge honor. It's a huge satisfaction, and I couldn't be more grateful than what I am right now towards the race organizer himself, and everyone who participated. Thanks everyone for watching, guys. I wish you all a beautiful weekend. I'll see you all tomorrow. I'll be streaming once again the final race um, uh, that we will be having. Should be a neutralized race. The final race of the Acro World Tour. It's gonna be in Richmond, the Fan Flats, a few laps around Fan Flats, celebrating the GC winners, and we call it a tour, a 3 week tour. Um, Feel free to like, guys, to subscribe to my channel. For sure, I'll promise not to get you bored with my races because I'm very, very crazy when I race. There's not a moment that I stop. As you can see from my graph right now, it's a total tomato ketchup of red and full of effort. And hopefully, we will enjoy together some more races, those who Zwift. And yes, it will be live tomorrow, Fred. Um, I have no idea which slot I'm doing. Um, I have the three options tomorrow because I can race at first slot 11:30, 2 p.m. or 7 p.m. since I don't work on Sundays at least. Doesn't make a difference to be fair. And hopefully I'll get back to running for this 1 month, obviously, now that I am in inverted commas unable to compete. Um, so yeah. Thank you, David. Man, it was a pleasure racing you, my friend. You are a very great rider. I really enjoyed racing you the few times that we managed to bump into each other because obviously you have a different time slot than I have, me being in the EU. But today I was working till 7 p.m. and I raced at 7:30 p.m. So it was like literally chaos. I didn't have any pressure today, for the simple reason that since I knew that I was banned already by Zwift, I knew that my performance, if it was an amazing performance or an absolute jog fest, it didn't actually affect my GC because now I'm out of the general classification, unfortunately. But once you are on the bike, once you see the other riders, in front of you, um, it starts getting challenging automatically. And I said, who cares, man? Do it for yourself, Darren, if you want. Just race, enjoy it, and see what happens, And what happened was I made a couple of PRs on the KOMs. We dropped Fernandez today. Can you believe it? I gave him 1 minute, and I managed to come second overall, beating Mark Oden, beating Brian Moore, beating people that I never almost beaten before. So I'm really pleased. I'm really pleased. And this recording, nobody can take it away from me. So if they want to say, listen, Darren, you're not part of the results anymore, I told them, okay, no problem. Just have a look at the recording, mate. You can see I finished second. I don't care what you say. I know I've done the effort. I know that my heart rate was 180 plus. I have everything on Strava. You don't want to include me in the results? No problem. It's on you. It's not on me. I did my best. I made everything possible to make myself available for general classification. So it is what it is. But guys like you who comment on my stream, who support me, are fuel of motivation to keep going, keep improving, make this dream come true. I cannot ride a bike outside because it's very dangerous here in Malta to ride a bike here. being small, congested, so many cars and stuff like that. But with the Zwift platform and being able to ride safely home made it possible for me to the people I really looked up to when I was so young, when I was in my not even teens, like Marco Pantani, Jan Ulrich, um, all these amazing, Botero, Zülle, all these Gotti, the French guy, remind me, guys, I forgot what's his name. Virenque, Richard Virenque, yeah. I say, wow, man, look at them climbing, look at them coming out of the saddle and, pedaling. And I'm like, I can't with my arm, I cannot do this. Damn. But now I can do it. And for me, sometimes I'm like, I, after a race when I'm offline and I watch my stream again myself, I start almost crying, saying, wow, look at that, effort pushing like 300, 400, almost 500 watts out of the saddle and on a hill. I'm like, yes, it's a dream come true for me. So, of course. But yeah, thank you guys. Mentioning these things, it brings back my smile. I don't care, that I'm banned for a month now. I really don't care. So, yeah. Cheers, David. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you for being patient for my impulsiveness, guys. And I apologize for being so passionate and so blunt in the words sometimes I say on Discord, maybe, or on the Swift Companion app. I just love too much, the sport. I'm such a passionate guy. I love what I do. And when you are too passionate, sometimes you are vulnerable to make genuine mistakes. The most important thing is that you learn from the mistake, that you are apologizing for your mistake, and you obviously try to fix things that can be fixed. So I tried my best. I got banned. Okay, no problem. I'll save it. I'll see you all the following month now, and hopefully I'll be able to do Chasing Yellow and enjoy a nice 3 week tour once again with you all. Thanks everyone for watching. Wishing you all a great weekend. See you all tomorrow. I will post the stream from before. So if you want to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification button, you will get to know at what time I'll go online. We will be doing a chat live. So basically, it won't just be music, but you can hear me riding and talking at the same time, like right now. So we can even have a talk during the race. And that's all from me. Definitely, Fred. Obviously, I've hit rock bottom plenty of times in my life, my friend, as you can imagine, due to my disability. So that's the least thing, coming back stronger. Ciao, guys. Thank you, everyone. You guys are the best. Ride on. Ciao, ciao.